So I just received an order from the good folks at Superfly, and it's a new Advance Boundless harness, much like the Progress 3, but with the seat board. So along with the harness, Superfly also sent me an assortment of little goodies. Very nice of them. The first one is this very nice t-shirt. It's my size, it's my color. My wife likes the way it looks on me, so that's all good. The next thing I found was this very small, very compact, and obviously very compressible little backpack. Something to use for a little day hike, maybe down at the beach, take it with me when I go flying. So nice little gift. Again, really nice of them. Last but not least, they sent me an Advance trucker's hat. Fully adjustable, fits my head. So really cool of them to send me this stuff. Really appreciate it. So this is the Advance Boundless harness, brand new, and the big difference between the Progress 3 has to do with this has a carbon fiber seat board and does not have a split leg. It also uses a very different packing system. Rather than folding inside out to get from the harness to the backpack, you actually stow the whole backpack portion in the seat of the harness, and I'll try to show you that here. So here we have the harness, and the whole backpack portion is secured in the seat of the harness. I'm going to unzip it here. Again, forgive me if I seem a little uncoordinated. I've only done this a couple of times. I've gotten better at it, believe me. So I just pull out basically what's going to be the backpack portion. I fold up the harness portion, and then I just bring over the backpack portion and zip it all together. Again, don't judge the the absolute uncoordinated ability of me to do this correctly as a negative against the harness. It really is quite easy. I'm also going to put in my Epsilon DLS, which is a lighter weight but full-size paraglider. I have absolutely no problem fitting it in there. It's in this compressed bag, but really quite easy, and there's plenty of room. It's hard to see on the video, but there really is plenty of room. It's not very tight after I put in my wing. I'm going to put in my stuff pack that I always use after a flight rather than have to fold the wing up completely. I can put my helmet in there, but they also have a little strap, little webbing for the helmet outside of the backpack. I can put in clothing, gloves. It really has quite a bit of room. And like the Progress 3 and my Easiness 3, it has a little webbing that you take out of its little pocket to help secure that helmet outside of the backpack, just giving you that much more room if you want to store things inside. Okay, so here's the backpack. It has a nice little elastic pocket off the left side, nice waist belt, zippered pocket on the right side of the waist belt, and you can see that helmet just secured to the top of the backpack. You also have two straps at the top of the backpack. You just pull them tight, and that just brings the whole backpack closer to your back. It just makes it feel that much lighter. Okay, so you're at the launch site, and we're going to now convert it to the flying harness. Obviously, just removing that helmet, and you can tuck that webbing back into its little pocket and zipper it up. So you'll have to, again, bear with me. I've only done this a couple of times, so I wanted to give you kind of a real world impression of what it's like to do it when you're a newbie here. But obviously I've got all this in my backpack, storage space, just removing that wing. You can keep it attached if you want. You just remove the harness, and you're going to take that whole harness, or excuse me, you're going to take that whole backpack portion and just reverse what we did before. We're going to stuff it into this pocket. It has a nice little red handle that you can see there, and that just helps you pull that open. So it gives you a little bit more leverage. Since this packing, I've really gotten a nice little way to do it now. It makes it a whole lot easier. And basically it's pretty easy to begin with. You can see that it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. You just put that in. It has a nice little padding in there. Helps the seat become that much more padded. And you just zipper everything closed. The hardest part of this for me was grabbing onto that little zipper. I'm probably going to put just a little line on there just to grab it a little easier. Otherwise, it's pretty simple to zip up. So now you have a nice storage space that doesn't have the shoulder straps, waist belt, and so on from your backpack. It's just free to put in whatever you need to take with you on your flight. For comparison, you can see when you're flying the Progress 3, that storage space does have your backpack components such as your waist belt, shoulder straps, so it does take up a little bit more space than you otherwise would have. So with the harness, it's very easy. You just have 2 attachment points for your leg straps, and then you just attach the chest strap from there, and you're ready to go after doing your pre-flight, making sure everything's secured. With the leg straps being up pretty high, it really does not restrict your movement whatsoever. And these, again, are adjustable. You can do calisthenics. You'll do all sorts of wacky things in your kitchen when you have your harness on. But anyways, it seems very comfortable. Obviously going to do a hang test just to make sure I have those leg straps adjusted the way I need to have them so I can get in and out of my harness pretty easy. When I was walking around with the harness, it does hit me a little bit in the back leg, but at an angle. It doesn't just hit right into it, but it does seem to slide up and down pretty nicely. I'll just know for sure, obviously, when I get out for my first flight. But for now, it does seem like it's very easy to get in and out of the harness. And I'll still make some adjustments depending on how my first flight goes. So this is the Advance Boundless, their new harness, fairly lightweight, much like the Progress 3. The biggest difference, and one of the reasons I wanted to try it, is because of this firm carbon seat board. The Progress 3, my Easiness 3, they both have split leg, soft leg support as opposed to this carbon seat board. It does have the 2-buckle system, which is pretty much standard on the Advance harnesses. Very simple setup. One, two, there's your leg straps, and then you have your chest strap here. So very simple. These leg straps are adjustable. On the very back, let me undo this here. On the back of the seat board, you do have these adjustment straps. I'll try to take a picture of that so you see it up close. 2 adjustments, and I have brought it in a little bit more. And you just want to adjust it so, one, it's fairly loose, but it's easy to move, but yet it doesn't allow you to really sink down really deep when you're just standing or just straddling the leg straps. You want to be able to get into that seat pretty easily. So they work really well. The adjustments work real well. It does have an adjustment for your shoulder straps here. You have pull it in here to get it tighter, and then you loosen it up with this one here on both sides. You can see here. And again, you have your chest strap right here. There you go. does have a nice soft padding for your back, and also ventilated if it gets really hot. Your standard carabiners, very easy. They come with the harness. All right. You do have an adjustments here, and this has to do with how you want to sit in your harness. You want to go back, you want to go forward, so you can bring it back or forward. I tend to like it almost pretty much about 75% back. I like to lean back a little bit. And I do have a foot strap. Now this is by Advance, and the foot strap incorporates the speed bar. So you have the foot strap, and then you can just grab the speed bar here to pull in and out. So it works really well, pretty lightweight. And again, that's made for Advance harnesses. On the side here, you have a nice pocket, elastic pocket to store things. You may want a water bottle in there or something like that, something to get reach pretty easily. Maybe a spare gloves if it gets colder, you want to change gloves. So you have that there. On this side you have 2 zipper pockets. Pretty deep, nice storage. Then you have one, kind of goes back into the support back here, the padding. Also, I'll show you the harness. Your reserve for your harness. That's incorporated right underneath the harness on top of the padding. And it has 2 magnets there to hold it in place. One right here, another right there. So you have 1, 2 clicks. So it really does hold it in there quite well, but very easy to pull if you need to. Much like the Progress 3, but a little bit of an upgrade from the Progress 3. Progress 3, Eden 3 only had 1 little magnet. So this is going to make sure it doesn't inadvertently come loose. The other thing with these leg straps, they have a nice little system where, say you're kiting and you're not going to get in and out of your harness a lot, or like Tory, like ridge soaring, not going to get out of your harness, you can add these little straps, bungee straps, that kind of keep the leg straps apart so it doesn't dig in. So it kind of facilitates you being able to move a little bit easier. I haven't tried them yet. I was out kiting, I forgot to try them, but it seems like a good idea. So in practice, we'll see how it works. In the back here, you have quite a bit of storage. Again, you don't have your backpack shoulder straps, waist belt and everything in here. That is incorporated in here. So you have a lot of room. It's really free to put whatever you want. You have room for a water bottle in here. Here's your strap for a water bottle. Comes through here. The little tube can come here or here. And you have a nice little, also another little pocket right here, as well as all this space right here. So really a lot of room in there. On your shoulder straps, you can see here I put my whistle, which you're supposed to use a Tory. Please use a whistle at Tory. It gets pretty crowded out there. They seem to have kind of laxed on that lately. So anyway, that's where my whistle is. And you can put whatever you want. You can maybe put a Vario, but you do have a Velcro here with a little bit of a little hook and a nice little holder here, a little elastic holder. Okay. So pretty simple setup. You have all the right adjustments that you need. I've done a hang test, as you saw in the video. I've done that a few times. I've adjusted the seat board, leg straps, how I want to sit up or back, and also with my foot strap. So it all seems to work very well. It's very compact, much like the Progress 3. Again, the biggest difference for me was trying to go to that carbon, in this case carbon, but firm seat board as opposed to the flexible leg straps. See if I get a little better weight shift authority. So that's the harness. Let's look at the backpack. Backpack configuration, very compact, very tidy, a little bit, it seems to me, lighter materials than the Progress 3. They've been coming out what they call their durable lightweight structure. I don't know if this is part of that, but it seems like even their lighter material seems to be more durable these days. So even though it incorporates a carbon seat board, it's about the same weight as the Progress 3, and probably because a little bit lighter materials. So like anything, just take care of it. You can see here, you can store your wing in here. This is padding. It can be pushed in. You would put your wing, other materials in here, and it actually is quite a bit of storage. This padding will compress down pretty well. I have the Advance Epsilon DLS. Again, it's the lighter weight version of their Epsilon in the past, their series. It's not a truly lightweight wing like the Pi 3, but it does really compress down very nicely. So that would go in this area here, along with anything else I take. This is the netting for the helmet. Again, I can put it in here, but this makes it pretty nice just to carry on top. So it gives you, again, plenty of room. So that just zips closed if you're not using it. On the side here, nice little elastic pocket. Little pocket up here too. Another elastic pocket on this side. There is a zipper here inside the storage area when you're in the backpack configuration. And you can feel the foam for your back and everything in here, so you can get to that. It's really pretty nice. Over here you do have for a water bottle, you can have the hose come out here, and there is a holder right here for your water bottle, and then the exit for the hose right here. They do come in two colors. This is the azure blue, and I'll post the other one on the video because I forget what it is. I think it's canary yellow. Didn't want a canary yellow. Don't know why. Nice color. But my wife immediately said, that's a really nice color. So there you go. So at least I'm, I'm making a fashion statement here, right? Now, one of the things you can see that hopefully I pointed out earlier is these straps right here. You can let out and take in these straps, and that basically pulls that whole harness closer to your back, and it really does make it seem lighter. It's just simple. Closer to your back, you can walk more upright rather than this thing pulling you back like a big bulky harness. So that's pretty nice to have there, and I must say it does make a difference. Little handle here. Okay, turn it around, show you the other side. So you have a nice padding here for your back, again vented, just like with the harness. So little straps here. Up here. You do have, again, your chest strap, waist belt. On the waist belt, you have a nice little zippered pocket here on your right side. On the left side, a nice little elastic open pocket. How does it compare to the Progress 3? I would say it's somewhere between the Progress 3 and the Easiness 3. Easiness 3 is super light. It's a great hike and fly harness. Progress 3 is very comfortable. This on the comfort is certainly on par with that. So there's no disadvantage. It just feels a little different. I don't know why. It just feels a little more compact, lighter. I have to get used to it and just see if that's true. Maybe that's my imagination. So you can probably see today it's pretty sunny, but it's been overcast, foggy. It's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain a lot next week, or at least not be suitable for flying. This is the time I really wish I had my paramotor, because it's beautiful weather, the paramotor. It's very calm. As long as it's not raining, you can get out in the morning or in the evening. It's been beautiful. And so I'm missing my paramotor, but I'm getting to that point where I think I'm going to start getting back into it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to find spots that I can fly. No real paragliding lately that I've been able to get to. There was a day that was pretty good. It wasn't forecast to be, but I wasn't able to make it down to Torrey. And I kind of like to go to Torrey for the first time I'm using this harness, just to make sure that one, it's easy to Tori. I can do some nice ridge flying, do some touch and goes, as long as the wind's good. And it really gives me a chance to see how the harness is and then readjust it if I need to, go back in the air. So Tori's a great spot to do that. So hopefully I'll get some flight videos here pretty soon. In the meantime, I was wanting to get those flying portion in before I release the breakdown and the review of the Boundless, but boy, it doesn't look like it's going to be good flying for another week, maybe two, so who knows. So anyway, this is part one, and at least you can ask me any questions you might have about the Boundless. Again, I can't give you a real world flying experience yet, but I've been kiting, and so far I really like that. But if you want any details on the harness, anything I might be able to answer before I actually get up in the air, be happy to answer those. So again, any questions, any thoughts, or if you have the Boundless, let me know what you think, because I haven't found anybody that has really done a nice review of the Boundless. All I've seen is how to go from the harness to the backpack portion back and forth, and that's on the Advance website, which is great, but nobody has really reviewed it yet. So that's it for now. Hopefully we get some flying in very soon. Thanks a lot. The one thing I did want to emphasize a little bit more is that you can fly without the backpack or the rucksack portion. I'll link a video where Advance shows you how to do that. Makes it that much lighter and just another really nice option for this harness.